You crack open your eggshell on a cold, rocky ledge somewhere in the North Atlantic. Welcome to the world, little Greet. Oh, your parents are standing nearby, looking at you with what could either be pride or mild disappointment. Hard to tell with those expressionless beaks. You're basically a ball of fluff with stubby wings and a confused expression. Not the most impressive entrance. Your first meal isn't exactly gourmet. Your dad regurgitates partial adaged fish into your mouth. Yum! Breakfast of champions. Your parents take turns watching you while the other goes fishing. When they switch shifts, they perform this elaborate ceremony with lots of head bobbing and beak tapping. It's their way of saying, your turn to watch the weird fluffy thing. The ledge you call home is packed with other Great Auks. Personal space? Never heard of it. Everyone's squawking, pooping, and occasionally falling off edge. You stay put because, let's face it, you can't even walk properly. Your legs are set so far back on your body that standing upright makes you look like you're perpetually a buto fall over. And you are. Once you're a few weeks old, your parents decide it's time for your first swimming lesson. Without warning, your dad nudges you off the ledge. The drop is terrifying. Yup, you meet toward the ocean, flapping your rootless wings frantically. Splash. The water is freezing, but surprisingly, you didn't sink. Your dense bones and waterproof feathers keep you afloat. Your parents dive in after you lookings Meg. Turns out, you're actually pretty good at swimming. Your wings might be worthless in the air, but underwater they transform into powerful flippers. You zip through the water, chasing small fish and showing off your natural talents. This isn't so bad after all. Your parents stick around for a while teaching you the basics of a life. How to catch fish, how to avoid predators, how to find your way back to the same burning rock. But eventually, they get bored of you. One morning you wake up and they're just gone. Thanks for nothing, Mom and Dad. Now you're on your own, joining a group of other juvenile Great Auks. You spend your days diving for fish and your nights hadla tagather on rocky outcroppings. The ocean is full of dangers. Killer whales, sharks, and seals all think you look delicious. But the real challenge is finding enough food. You dive deeper and deeper, sometimes plunging up to 150 feet below the surface to catch enough fish to fill your belly. Winter arrives and our colony migrates south to warmer waters. The journey is long and exhausting. You swim for days, tacking occasional breaks on floating ice. Some of your friends don't make it. They run out of energy or become some mean Elsa's dinner. Not you, though. You're a survivor. 3 years zoom by and suddenly you're all grown up. You've got that classic great, oh look now, tuxedo-like black and white feathers, a large hooked beak, and those hilarious lidny wings. You're about 3 feet tall and can't fly an inch. Evolution real lip-laid a joke on you there. It's breeding season, and you return to Thessum Rocky Island where you were born. Time to find a mate. Great Auk dating a spready, straightforward. You stand on Eric looking as dignified as possible, not very, and make loud gurgling noise until someone notices you. After several rejected gurgle calls, a female finale approaches. You both engage in an elaborate courtship ritual involving shin-trined head bobbing and beak lacking. Very romantic. Congratulations, you're now in a committed relationship. Great Auk mate for life, so you'd better get along. Together, you find a nice spot on Thin grounds. No need for fancy nest building. You just lay a single egg directly on the rock. Now comes the hard part. Protecting that egg from gulls, ravens, and other egg thieves for the next 39 days. You and your mate take turns incubating the egg while the other goes fishing. The shift changes involvulate ceremonies with lots of bowing and build touching. It's your way off saying, don't mess this up while I'm gone. Finally, your chick hatches. It's a tiny, fluffy version of you with the same confused look you had when you first broke out of your shell. The ranking cycle begins again. Regurgitated fish, awkward swimming lessons, constant vigilance against predators. Year after year, you and your mate return to the same breeding site, your creatures of habit, sticking towhat works. Your colony grows with hundreds of great auks packed onto Cherokee shores. It's noisy, smelly, and occasionally chaotic when everyone decides to enter or exit the water at taunts. Picture a penguin mosh pit. Your swimming skills are at their peak now. You can dive deeper, stay underwater longer, and catch faster fish than when you were younger. Under the waves, you're graceful and powerful. On land, you still look like you're perpetually about to faceplant. Winter migration becks routine. Swim south, eat fish, avoid becoming fish food yourself. Swim north again when it warms up. Rinse andropete. Your life has a rhythm to it, predictable, but not boring. The ocean is vast and constantly changing. As Yawaj, you notice some changes. Your divescerant quite as deep. Your reflexorant quite as sharp. That seal Thaddus to be easy to outswim now seems faster somehow. Getting old isn't fun for anyone, but particularly not for a flightless bird in the unforgiving North Atlantic. One cold morning, you wake up to find your mate missing. She went fishing yesterday and never returned. Maybe a shark got her. Maybe she just got tired of your face. Either way, you're alone now. Great auks mate for life, but life isn't always that long. You continue the cycle alone for a while. Swimming, fishing, surviving. But something's different. The colonies seem smaller each year. Fewer chicks hatch. Strange wooden structures appear on the horizon, carrying creatures that walk on two legs but look nothing like birds. Your daily routine gets more challenging. Finding fish requires longer dives and farther swims. The good fishing spots are becoming hotly contested among the remaining auks. Remember when personal space wasn't a thing? Now you've got the opposite temperable. Too much ocean and not enough friends. You find yourself missing the days when you were crammed together on those smelly rocks, complaining about your neighbor's fishy breath. At night, the colony's chorus of calls is quieter. The gaps between voices growing wider. Even the gulls seem confused by the emptiness, circling overhead with disappointed squawks when they realize it aren't enough eggs to steal a no more. These new creatures start visiting your nesting grounds. They walk lumpsily among the rocks, making loud noises and grabbing your friends. Some never come back. Others return missing their feathers and skin. Just hollow versions of themselves stuffed with something that makes them look alive, but completely ruins their swimming technique. Your once bustling colony dwindles. The few remaining Great Auk huddle closer together on smaller, more remote islands. The strange two-legged creatures seem to find you wherever you go. One day you're hunting for fish. You spot movement below you. It's not a shark or a seal. It's some you've never seen before. Before you can react, you feel something tighten around you. You struggle, but it's no use. You're pulled upward away from the ocean that has been your home. The last thing you see is a wooden structure floating on the water's surface and several raft. After's strange two-legged creatures looking at you with excitement. You wonder if they're going to do that weird head-bobbing courtship ritual too. That will be awkward because you're real-eyed interested. Besides, you already gave your heart to that mate who disappeared. Talk about ghosting. Shan't even leave a note. Gone fishing would have been nice. Now you're stuck explaining to these weird creatures that you're just not emotionally available right now. And honestly, their feathers look ridiculous.